1 halftime. With 1:40 left to go, Anderson missing the three. Loose. Back outside Anderson. Got it. You cannot give him too many.
My guard up. I mean, Filowich, even though he's in good shape, he's still got a big back on him, man, and that's a lot of weight with that. I don't need that coming in my direction, so I went ahead and got my quads and knees ready to be able to use that to keep him off of me.
Well, you're bigger than I am, but he's 6'9", 250. So
yeah, exactly.
I understand the concern.
It would have been all legs.
2 to shoot for Anderson. Got it. On the offensive side, but he's also the team's leading shot blocker.
Yeah, so the Red Sea opens up when he is out of the game.
What a shot by Nick Anderson for the Furman Paladins. But foul trouble becoming a factor potentially. Johnston has 3, Bowser out with 4. Anderson, he gets fouled and hits it. Anderson. Here again.
At 1-3-1, man. It's a problem.
The lob for Bowser. Bowser falling away to Anderson. Money. 5 straight missed by the Paladins. Meanwhile, Nick Anderson, who was on fire yesterday, it's a big-time threes, gets off his first shot and hits. So Anderson, now it'll be a 1-and-1 moving forward for Furman. Minimum on the next foul committed as Anderson leaning in against Huff, and Anderson scores.
Paint area. It's a tough foul right there for Wheelan.
Anderson takes the screen, pull up, got it. Yard, you probably still got some juice in you.
Oh yeah, I mean, put a couple of Tylenols in me, I can get going.
Anderson tries the three and hits. Points have come in the second half. He didn't score yesterday. He had a rebound and an assist. Quiet day. A turnover. Anderson pull up three. Money.
They've been #1 for a reason, and because of big plays like that and big-time players like Honor Huff.
Anderson, corner three, got it. The lead right back. Tomorrow at stake.
Yeah, the implications are huge, and the reason being is because, unfortunately, somebody's got to go home. And as good a basketball as we've seen, you don't want it to end.
Anderson tries to create, leans in, gets it to drop.
Take the dribble, handoff, backdoor, make the layup.
Josh Holloway missed, rebounded by Nick Anderson, and off they go. Ben Vanderwall slings it, extra pass, Anderson, 5-0, and it may be.
Boy, nice screen there by Jaden Brunell, just blocked off Bowser.
College basketball game number 156 for Rylan Jones. 6th year of college basketball. His mom, Emily, is here. His dad, Chris, a terrific coach, is here. Emily is at every one of Rylan's games for 6 years of college. And oh, by the way, they live in Utah, not that close to Birmingham. Nick Anderson on the tape.
Sure, there was enough to make the call right there. It looked like it in real time. Another outstanding crew here tonight.
Smith guarded by Lucas Walls. Keene, DHO, the dribble, a handoff, and a deep one from Anderson. That's a deep one. Trey Fort, no. Oliyinka's got the rebound, and an ill-advised pass towards Isaiah West, stolen away. Johnston.
Keep an eye on Lucas Walls for Samford. He's a good defender, 6th man type of guy.
Hands down, man. Hands down. Garrett Hicks, Nathan Johnson, many others. This year, sometimes he gets the ball to his supporting cast, and they don't act like those guys did a year ago.
Still just one game where he's had more turnovers and assists, but his turnovers are up this year, and you're right. Doesn't quite have the same cast. That was a special team last year.
Nick, again. Nick.
Than I expected.
Lastly, you told me you played basketball at Sanford. What is it like now being the AD and then getting to watch it?
I know you said that was hard to believe looking at me, but I did a long time ago, and I couldn't have played today, but it's been a lot of fun coming back to your alma mater and being able to make a difference in a place that meant so much to me.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
More points, Josh Holloway. Good job by Smith. Finds Heen, rising fire. Nick Anderson. Oh, yeah.
Either of these teams has guys with hidden agendas, and that's what makes them really good. They just are all about winning both ways.
Nick Anderson. Yes!
Protecting the ball seems like that dictates a lot of Wofford's success.
Yeah, I think protecting the basketball, bench play as well. When the Terriers get scoring from their bench, more than 20, they've been nearly unstoppable.
Anderson gets it over to Heen, pass down low. Bowser and Filowich. This will be a battle to watch. And then a backdoor cut. Anderson couldn't handle the pass. Still plenty of time on the shot clock as an elbow jumper by Anderson is good. And finally, somebody's on the board to get a stop here and get a basket here in the early going. 7-0 Furman as Vanderwall holds out top. Now it's Smith. Tripp now guarding him with Bailey out. Bailey is in the game. He's on Anderson now. There's Anderson. Oh, he got Sills up in the air and knocks down the elbow jumper, and it's 9-0 Paladins.
Experienced coaches understand that, a lot of times seniors know what they can and can't do with 2 fouls.
Vanderwall out top. He's sort of their glue guy. When he gets happy, that usually means good things for Furman. Anderson left open, buries a 3. You can't chase him down. Under a minute to play.
And that's where the bottom person in the zone is P.J. Smith. So if you can get the ball inside to Filowich like that, it gives you an opportunity to have an easy bucket.
There's Smith, so very dangerous. And then Arrington almost got that pass. Now Anderson with a floater counted in the foul, and Anderson screams right. See if that gets the big man going. 9-point game. I thought Bowser actually defended that pretty well.
Yeah, I did too. Bowser's length can be a problem.
Anderson on another curl, hits it, tried to buy the call, didn't. But he hits the jumper 9. Furman's not too bad themselves.
I was going to say, Furman's 57%.
And the teams are playing defense. Guys are just starting to hit shots. As Furman gets Anderson in the corner, drives inside, tough shot inside, and he gets the roll. Bailey has 9.
Dwight Perry encouraging the fans in here to make some noise. Bowser decked Lorenz.
Backdoor pass. Anderson off a great feed from Garrett Heen.
Yeah, great job by Heen. Fundamentally sound right there with the box out of Civils.
Wofford is now 7 for 11 from the line. Anderson on the move, buries a 3. When Anderson...
We're starting 5 for the Paladins. This is a Furman team that comes in pretty potent offense, averaging over 76 points a game. The Citadel team on the other side, they have chances to score as well as Anderson gets tipped off the mark. Adams with the offensive rebound. Ball didn't hit the rim, so it didn't reset. Nowhere to go with the basketball. Anderson has it into the front court. He's going to fight through contact and lays it up and in.
And that's doable. We've seen Furman obviously be able to do it just recently back in 2022.
Paladins with the basketball. Anderson, step back jumper is good off the curl.
Showed because if you don't have a pass to make, you're in trouble.
As we take a look at our Bon Secours starting lineups, P.J. Smith Jr., Ben Vanderwall, Nick Anderson, Tyrese Huey, and Garrett Heen is how Bob Ritchie has decided to line up for this conference clash against the Keydets. Anderson wide open, and we know he can shoot it. The 3. Johnson off a screen, off balance, three. Won't go, and the rebound to Tom House.
And again, good block out by Bowser to allow a teammate to get the rebound.
He's playing good minutes. It might not show up in the stat sheet, but he's been crucial. Anderson, free throw line, stop and pop.
Trey Bonham, we're at BMI.
Yeah. Obviously, those are two of the premier players in the entire league for the Mocs, who are number one in the standings, and their coach left, and they went with him. Bronson thought about a three in transition. Now they'll set up shop and look to get the ball right back to Anderson at the free throw line. This has been the equation for the Paladins in the second half thus far. Bronson looking for Anderson. Attacks the closeout once again. Back to House. Under 10 on the shot clock. Anderson, corner, fading. Pure! What a shot! You know, he's always going to bring the energy. He's always going to make the winning plays, and the scoring is really just an added bonus.
That's exactly right, because he's a guy that you love having on your team, and he just does the dirty work. Whatever it takes, he's going to do.
Here goes Vanderwall again. Kick out, Anderson, top of the key, Trey, and he got it to go. A double that with a nice Euro step and left-hand leg. Back to 10.
You know, that foul that wasn't called down at this end, you want players to play to the whistle,
right?
Not for a whistle. And there's a big difference. Don't beg for a call, just play until the whistle blows.
Trending towards 10 on the shot clock. Anderson's been the catalyst for so much of the offense, and one! Spins around. Now it's Bradley Jr. through some contact, floater, no good, rebound to Vanderwall.
Again, he was playing for a whistle instead of to a whistle. There they trap PJ.
Anderson coast to coast, right hand lay. What a senior day for Nick.
For Furman.
They've been picking that up and have shortened the lead as a result of it, and Heen corrals a rebound off a Giles miss, and here come the Paladins once again. Smith looking for some quick offense. Anderson now coming off some action.
And see how everybody, it's 5 out. Nobody in the paint for Furman.
The kick to Heen, he can shoot it. Instead, elects to go inside. Nice pass back to Anderson, and the threes are avalanche. And combining that with the numbers.
Well, yeah, and in a game like this, it's important to find out what teams don't do well defensively, and then exploit that. Or is there a matchup that we can exploit? Then go exploit it.
House, quick trigger pass. Anderson pulls the mid-range and knocks it down. Nick Anderson's pass. Bronson, a 31% three-point shooter in league play. Not a bad shot by any means. Atwell tried his luck the other way. No good. Rebound to Johnson. Furman will slow things down. Look to set up and get a quality look here in the half court with 3 to play in the first half. Anderson, left wing Trey. Money. 26-24.
Vanderwall is a scrapper. That's his game. He's that glue guy that Furman needs. Whatever you need, he's going to try and deliver.
Anderson, deep three. Got it to go. A big shot by the premier. Premium down the stretch for Bob Ritchie's group. Anderson gets the screen near midcourt. Looking to get downhill on the right hand. Kick back to House. Thought about a shot. Now evaluating and looking for more options. 10 on the shot clock. Bowser's got a big advantage inside. Anderson to the cup, +1. 15 points or more in conference play between Giles, Polite III, and Atwell. Furman going to look to respond on the other end of a 5-0 run. Some intricate action trying to free up anybody for a good look. Anderson fadeaway mid-range pure. They're within 2 scores.
They do, and also they want to push at times also, but they've got to have perimeter defense, and knowing how well Furman can get hot from beyond the arc, they've got to be able to defend out on that perimeter. And for Furman, it's all about ball movement. You've got to have crisp efficiency to create some of those open shots. And also, it's a 40-minute game for Furman. We've seen slips in terms of effort in some of these games, but right now, they're
38% from downtown. Furman as a team near 35%, so shoots the basketball as well as that one rims out. Loose ball controlled by Smith. Furman with the ball and a 4-point advantage here early on. Furman likes to run that ball screen up top. It was a week ago. Furman down by 6, about 90 seconds to go as Anderson launches again and knocks it down. Furman
teams to get back into these games.
There's a bucket knocked down. Back to a 9-point game. Furman with the basketball. And another 3-point. Still tons of basketball, but you say danger zone here for the Bears.
Well, when you start having plays like that, there's not much you can do. Cooper Bowser's such a threat on the defensive side there.
And then Anderson, another one knocked down through in the way. Shoulders knocks it down, and it's a quick 8-0 run, and all of a sudden down to a 13-point game.
Yeah, and right there, as a freshman says, I don't care. My shot gets blocked, I'll be ready for a 3-point shot. And Shoulders knocks it down.
House trying to respond top of the key. Big shot, back up to 16. Stop
Of the game for Mercer. I know there's still a second half to be played, but you've got to be able to have some defensive stops here and get a little bit of crack into this big lead, but they don't.
Stays on live game, and Coach Ritchie's going to take. I thought he was going to take a timeout. No, he's going to let him play through it.
Yeah, it did look like he was going to, but I think he's going to see if they can play through and wait for that TV timeout. And again, sometimes this is what you have to do as a coach. Let your team experience some of these situations so they can fight.
By 4. When they identified him as somebody they wanted to recruit, the first thing they noticed was his assist to turnover ratio. What they have learned since they have had him on this roster is just how tough he is, and that he's also able to provide some offense.
Anderson gets the open look.
Timmons opened up, and I want to be kind and fair. It felt awkward. It was a building that was a multi-purpose building, and it just never felt like a good place to play basketball. I am thrilled that they're going to have an elite building that could be one of the better basketball facilities in the entire Southeast.
Smith, Anderson, 10 to shoot, and he drains it. 38-33, that was just before halftime. Anderson
having a hard time today getting loose for a 3. And he has a mid-range game as well, too. He's a guy that, right here, we talked about the distance.
Is in Culloway. There, quick trigger 3, Palode off the mark. You mind that shot? We talked about he's been hot. He can hit it. Is that too quick in the shot clock?
No, I don't think so. Western Carolina has had some struggles offensively at times during the season as Nick Anderson.
A little quicker turn than the Saturday, Wednesday to get off to a quick start. Of course, you want your teams to get back out there. Is that overplayed a little bit, the fast start?
No, I don't think so at all. And you saw head coach Bob Ritchie go with a lob action to start the game. You want to get off to a good start. You want to get into a...
Stansbury off the mark. Here comes Furman, just one of their last 9. Vanderwall takes a bump, hesitates. That's when you see a confident Vanderwall usually go up with that ball.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. Just a confidence right now. You got to the rim, able to create some space with that bump, and then looking to kick the ball out. I want to score it right there.
Nice pass down low. Bowser with the assist. Anderson knocks it down.
Great job,
17.
Yeah, great job by Bernard Float right there. Look for him to be aggressive offensively here early in the half. Great drive to the middle of the floor, forced to help. Kicked it out, and Marcus Kell knocks down his 4th 3 of the game.
See Bowser, Anderson off the curl, able to make it down.
The basketball. I think he was going to get fouled. I think he's a guy that has to be able to help the Paladins offensively with his shooting.
Now, curling off the corner, Anderson knocks it down, and a nice call by Bob Ritchie after that 18-9 from the line, back to a 6-point game with 2:28 to go.
So a 6-point game, so it's still only 2 possessions. Furman just needs to get a score and a stop.
Anderson, put trigger 3, yes! Oliver, Keel sends it to the corner, 3-pointer on the way, no! Loose ball grabbed by Heen, Furman can tie it with a 3. Anderson quickly into the front court. Gives it to Heen and back to Anderson, and as Coach Ritchie sets the offense.
The middle pick and roll has been the best offense for Furman so far this half.
Anderson trying to tie it, and he does! Back-to-back threes by Nick Anderson. The mark, 2-point game. Furman not going to call the timeout. Here's Anderson into the lane, going for the tie. Yes! 8.4 to go. Tie back. Carolina. And they'll stay in the half-court man-to-man. Furman's offense really has been that screen up top, and now Anderson, that's going to be a goaltend. Count the basket. Furman 4.
Not today. Citadel came out hot. They had to change defenses multiple times. Went to the 1-3-1. Got the game to overtime. And was able to find a way to win it.
Anderson trapped in the corner, trying to find somewhere to get around the basketball. Sends it up to Bronson. Now Molnar over to House. Furman, a nice job of beating the pressure. And now Western, I think, is going to get forced the foul. You're letting valuable time get off the clock here. Looks like he's saying no foul. He just wants to play out the defense. Bronson down low to Molnar. Kicks it to the corner. 5 seconds to shoot. Here's Anderson. NBA range 3. How about that? Nick Anderson.
Sisk leads the break. Johnson, the trailer. Long pass ahead to House. Makai Johnson got a hand on it. Garrett Keene won his 100th game for Furman on Wednesday night. And Anderson scores.
Greg Dennis and others. And when Les Robinson moved to NC State, he took the Bucks to back-to-back NCAA tournaments. Year 1, lost a tough one to Iowa. Then in his second season, they beat Arizona before falling to the Fab Five.
All these years later, he remembers those games so well. He told us that he blew the Iowa game as Nick Anderson hits.
That was just a good one-on-one move. Bugs knew the shot clock was going down. Nothing Furman could do at that point.
Anderson got the shooters run.
And the guys are talking. You've never seen a good defense that's quiet. He's got to like the communication he's hearing thus far.
He likes to say some of the parts is better than the individuals. And the 3 out of the corner.
If you blink, there'll be a substitution for Samford at some point.
Olienka couldn't get the pass from Jones, and the steal by Nick Anderson. And sometimes they press off of a miss, or in this case, off of a turnover.
Yeah, they'll throw a bunch of different presses at you, made or missed free throws. Yeah, you just don't know when they're going to run and jump you.
Anderson from the head of the key. Bowser had to adjust and missed. Vanderwall, nice pass, and Anderson cashed. Again, the shot clock inside of 5, and again a turnover. It's the 5th giveaway for Samford. Anderson, yes! Allensbach finishes. Allensbach had that huge NCAA tournament game last year against Kansas. 15 points in 17 minutes, knocked home 4 triples.
He's been in double figures 8 times this season. Millen, he's got 3 guys, Allensbach, Brunell, and Olienka, that can all play kind of that center spot. Showing some zone.
That's good offense. Open shooter, and finally the 3 hit by Trey Ford.
He's a guy that can get hot. You've got to watch him if you're Furman. He gets 1, he can get 2 or 3 in a hurry.
Bowser had it jabbed away, but got it back.
Furman content to run some clock and look for backdoor cuts or Anderson outside. Anderson, and one! Knocked aside. Ryland Jones on the take. Jones turns the corner, couldn't get it to curl in. Anderson had the big first half for Furman. Yeah, just good basketball IQ by Nick Anderson, not to force anything right there. He had 17 in the first half, looking for his first three in the second and drills it. McMillan, they sent Bowser out to have to guard Brunell and then posted Ford so your shot blocker's not in there. Anderson. In the age of realignment, these super conferences that play unbalanced schedules. Southern Conference plays they play 18 league games. Everybody gets a home and away. Davis Molnar breaking pressure to Smith. What shot does Bob Ritchie want? You know, again, I would play through Bowser. He's just been so good. Olienka now a little better shot blocker than Allensbach and Brunell. Anderson, 17-footer. Nick.
Boy, good job to stick with that, and another great pass from Chip Johnson.
A long three right there. Johnson lost the ball. Anderson comes the other way, 1-on-2, but decided to take it all the way, and why not? Thus far, Mercer's at 50%. Nice move by Montas, had a good look. Didn't go. Bronson back for the Paladins.
Good defense by House to stick with him defensively.
Vanderwall to Heen, now back to Anderson. Anderson to pull-up jumper. Nick Anderson. Back to live action. P.J. Smith tries to answer with a three, but gets the ball back.
That's why you follow your shot. That right
Bowser
there.
to Anderson, who found himself open. He's a cutting Anderson. And Nick Anderson. Cam Bryant ends up with the basketball. Cut off. Good play, Vanderwall. He is all over the floor. Bowser. Heen to Anderson. He was open, drew the foul, and made the basket. Chip Johnson for Johnson. Back to a one-point game.
Boy, two nice finds on both ends of the floor.
Bowser to Anderson. Now back to Bowser. And now Molnar. And Molnar found the knifing Anderson underneath.
J. Smith. Well, the longer he goes without a bucket, I think you're right. It puts a lot more pressure on the rest of the Paladins. Three bucket from.
Began his career at VMI, comes from Brooklyn, New York. Back to a 10-point game. Bowser, his second season in the Furman program. Anderson. Tough one for the steal on Smith. Bonham defends out high on Anderson. Shot clock under 10. Anderson, a catch and shoot off the handoff. Nick Anderson. P.J. Smith, 8 points in the opening half. Really extending Bonham out. Vanderwall kicks it back up top. Vanderwall has just one personal, so they changed the ruling on the previous foul call. Anderson, shot clock under 5. What a smooth
good job right there, moving his feet and staying in front of the basketball.
Chance to build on this 11-point advantage after they're up by 7 at the break. Smith lone double score in the game. Champion out high defending Bowser. Bowser feeding Anderson. Good find from out high. His mom was a Team USA volleyball Olympian at the games in Brazil, so he comes from an athletic background.
Mulholland, a very good shooter, good scorer. A soft touch around the rim, just right there.
From the corner, Anderson. Big answer for the Paladins. Advantage, and they have struggled to out-rebound foes quite a bit this year. They came in at just plus 0.6 on the boards this year. And Kiesler, at the very least, disrupting as he knocked it away from Bronson. Front court, Anderson from the corner. Huge!
Bugs, and then over to Peterson. and he's able to knock down the open three.
For the screen up top. Tries to lob it, looks for the alley-oop, misses the layup. Bowser gets it, a chance to go quick. 3 seconds. Here's Smith over to the corner. 3 for Anderson on the way. Yes! And it cuts into a 1-point. Furman 14 of 16. Tied up at 60. Approaching crunch time. Ball sent over to Anderson in the corner. Quick trigger 3. Big shot. Nicky throw rattles home. 6-point game. 47 seconds to go. Molnar looking to inbound. Finds Bronson. Double team comes up to Anderson. Now Vanderwall by himself is going to elect just to slow things down. Anderson thinks about it. It's going to go laying in, and you would say
against Wofford. They've got it first to start out in the second half. Garrett Heen couldn't get it the first time. Battle. Bowser. Out front, Anderson. So they ended the first half back in the stride it had for most of the opening half. A 25-point lead. Vanderwall. Here's Anderson on the wing. Justin Bailey, their best on-ball defender, says Dwight Perry as head coach. Shot clock under 10. Backdoor pass. Pretty Bowser. First bucket of the night for Davis Molnar. Redshirt sophomore out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Then off the steal. How about and how it's gone for Wofford and how it hasn't gone for Furman. Tripp just delivered.
Credit Corey Tripp for just continuing to play hard. You talked about it. That was the epitome of the night so far for Wofford. Able to knock it down off the glass as the shot clock is running down.
He'll finish off the glass.
That just wasn't great coverage on the screen. Johnston got caught a little bit too far inside on the help side, and Fox beat him to the rim.
That shot is pure.
Furman has had. They've had size, guys that are athletic and can shoot it.
Well, Fox took it into Molnar. Couldn't convert. Paladins looking to build on a 5-point lead here. Molnar checked by McAllister. Ten seconds for House. Tom House. Now Anderson. The floater. And he gets the friendly roll. And it's 2-on-1 for the Paladins. Tough angle for Smith. He hits the bottom of the rim. Anderson for 3.
And here's the thing about
Paladin lead is 4. Anderson has had the hot hand. He's got a team high 8 points. Number 7 in purple. Under 10 for Anderson. He pulls up and hits.
You just can't get
Glover. He's got 8.
And a nice finish by Cam Glover, smallest guy on the floor, able to go through contact.
Anderson on the drive.
He's known as a shooter.
He's the second leading scorer in the Southern Conference at 17.2 per game. And a turnover here, and Smith in a hurry for the Paladins. Anderson.
Man, maybe in a pick and roll with Bowser with him flashing to the rim.
Well, this is Anderson on the drive. Anderson gets in the paint, finishes with the finger roll.
Run.
Anderson gets the friendly roll.
Go back to them days, whatever day this is. They've had a couple of days of rest, but it could be. I just think it's UNCG's kind of taken it to him and gotten into the body and keep giving body shots, body shot, body shot.
Paladins have gone almost 4.5 minutes without a field goal. Anderson pulls up and gets it to go.
Percentage to start the game for the Paladins, but the Catamounts 0 for their first 3. Make it 0 for 4 now.
Pelote can't convert on that drive to the basket. Smith Jr. brings it down. Anderson pops for 3, and it's good.
They're 6'2", 6'3" at some of these big high major schools, and the big guys are all 7 foot. Being a 6'8" guy, you learn some tricks to try to get around them.
Absolutely. There is a shot from the
basketball. That's what we do.
Cross-court pass to Pelote. Pelote will shoot the 3. Can't convert. Rebound is going to be for House.
And again, shooters got to keep shooting if you're Western Carolina. Again, they had warmed to 23% after being in the single digits there for a couple of minutes here in this first half.
Ball moving through Anderson now with Smith Jr. on the bench.
For Western right now, Ice Zemmering on the bench with the 3 personal fouls. Beyond that, 5 points for Bernard Pelote now. Morgan and Kell have 3, and Stansbury just the 2 free throws.
Bowser now up top, hands it off to Smith Jr. He moves it to Heen. Anderson will drive into the paint, puts up the floater, and that's good.
For him getting down low. He'll go in double figures for the 7th time this year. Again, coming off a 24-point performance before the holiday.
Bowser hands to Anderson. Anderson fires from 3, and it's a different atmosphere here in the Ramsey Center.
Across the conference, it's a different atmosphere. But all of our schools are so dependent upon that student support and the community support, but mainly when you get those student bodies going.
Anderson gets inside. He'll put the shot up, and that's Morgan has been impressive in his return to the starting lineup. I think he has been a bright spot for the Catamounts when there hasn't been many in this contest. However, his return to the starting lineup, he's played well.
20 points now with that 3.
Chad Warner talked about that first half, felt like the Paladins didn't finish strong and got stagnant offensively. I asked him about the 3-point shots. They finished 1 for 6 from 3. Felt like those shots were going to go in eventually.
And then some time to go test it out. Big part of this Harvard offense off the bench. Such a great shooter. And Tommy Amaker said they really have needed him to be great from the start with this young team, which is a lot to ask of a young kid, but Tay Barbour has been up to the challenge. House, good look inside for Anderson. Quickly pulls the trigger, I should say. And down low that led to these past couple free throws. They bring Cooper Bowser back into the game, try to prevent the Crimson from going that way. Molnar out to Anderson. 3 on the way, yes! Different intensity now from the Paladins on the defensive end. But Heen won't get any stats for that time down, as you mentioned, Ben, but a huge play from him on the defensive side. Quick double as soon as Smith comes over half court. Able to kick it out quickly to Heen, and they handle it at the top. Evan Nelson now shutting off P.J. Smith. Change in defensive philosophy for the Crimson. Anderson goes baseline. How about the floater? Stayed in the community here at Harvard. Jalen obviously coming over, keeping that relationship going. And Coach told us earlier this week that he reached out. He's got some family coming to town, and he wants Coach Amaker and the guys here in the Crimson uniforms to set up a tour for him and his family. And Coach happy to let that happen. Really glad that Jalen feels comfortable enough about reaching out to set those kinds of things up. And they're going to continue that relationship, and some of the players going to help lead that tour. So a really cool thing that Harvard's got going for them here in the next couple weeks. Certainly a cool opportunity for the players. Nice shot by Anderson, who's having just
shooting. So my good 3-point shooting team will need to make the 3. So whether or not they average 15 a game. A little bit of a sloppy beginning. My team has good scoring capability. Now Nick Anderson. Wide open for 3. That's what he knows.
South Carolina State. It's 56-51.
Again, South Carolina State not known for being able to shoot from beyond the arc, and especially in these tough situations. But Krosky He's been able to not have this 1 point lead.
All right, we've had back-to-back turnovers. It's a 1 point game. Anderson running the point. Gets the step, lays it up and in. Krosky, and South Carolina State retakes the lead. Now it's a 1 point Bulldogs lead. Anderson. Furman turning it over in a key spot. Anderson to the corner. Bronson. Anderson takes the three for the lead. Good!
Back and try to make Furman run the half-court offense.
Well, that's a big key for them.
Smith 0 of 2 now from long range. Offensive rebound back out to Nick Anderson. Anderson's three-pointer's good. And
it would be more important as the year goes on.
Furman gambles, went for the steal, but blocked from behind. I think that was Anderson getting a hand on the basketball. Bronson. Anderson thought it fit to the corner, and Furman going to set up the half-court offense. Nice job by the Tigers getting back defensively. Anderson, open three, yes, good ball movement.
No block out there. That's not acceptable for the Furman team. You gotta block out.
18-2 run for the Tigers since Furman scored the first of the second half to make the lead 11.
There's a double.
Ball out to Anderson, shot him away. Big shot by Nick Anderson.
CU. 3 and 5 on the year. That shot missed by Munoz and a one and done for the Eagles. Tough start, but they played some opponents very close. TCU out in Fort Worth, and then Drake, who is really looking like a good ball club. That went right down to the wire for the Eagles. And that was all before they reeled off this 3 out of 4. What a nice Munoz answers back from 18 feet. Great pace to this game, Jay Webb. This is going to be fun. And another. Still with this double-digit lead. Look at that from Munoz. Can't get it to fall.
Well, that's something you don't see much. Him missing.
Furman. Only loss of the year against Kansas the other night, and there's a big three, and they need.
That's number 1, right? Yep, he said, yeah. And now I play in South Carolina, that's 2. State of Kansas is number 3.
Got it. He's a good-looking athlete. 7'5" wingspan. He's light on his feet.
I don't even think that hit the backboard. I don't even think it hit the net. Malik Arrington gets it to go. Good call.
Yes. Sometimes it's a no call, but when it puts a defender in a bad way, they call an offensive foul.
Our officials in this one, Ryan Christian, Matt Rafferty, and Dean DeSell.
Major ranks where he gets to play in that power forward instead of having to play the 5.
Lamar Odom Jr. into the match for the Buccaneers. There's a 3 in the corner. Nothing but net as Nick Anderson
touched every part of the rim. Such great touch from the big fella, unable to get it to go.
Bronson into the match for Furman with the ball. He'll give it up to Anderson. Good hands on the pass. Anderson, a pull-up, mid-range, nothing but net.
Love it.
Takes it right at Hine. Gets the easy deuce.
He's got such great body control when he leaves his feet.
Anderson to Bowser. Anderson will take the pull-up jumper, nobody on him. Seen a couple different plays. Barry, a quick inbound. Coach Nimley looking for the foul, not called. Pump fake, gets him in the air. Extra pass to Anderson for 3. Knocks it down. Wilkins tries to get over the screen, plays a little catch-up. Gets back on defense, but is out-rebounded as the Paladins get an offensive board. Bowser sets the screen. Anderson knocks it down.
It's so pretty. It's just been that kind of day for Charleston Southern. Even when the miss on the other end, how many times have we seen Furman force a shot? Everything is off a set. Everything is one dribble, jump, or catch and shoot. For Charleston Southern, it's just felt forced all afternoon.
Pull up from Anderson.
drive is pure off the glass.
Yeah, the Indiana transfer, he's just showcasing just now that he's getting minutes. He's a younger guy just from a playing perspective, but you can see just his athleticism and how quick he can get to the basket.
Paladins going with Smith Jr., Anderson, Vanderwall, Heen, and Bowser. There's Anderson, the sharpshooter from the right wing. And
Tulane, they will use the pick and roll quite a bit to try to get in their offense.
Brumbaugh a little bit short on the floater, rebounded by Vanderwall, and the Paladins are looking to push in transition. He shot the three ball well so far this year. Nice kick to the corner. Anderson, bingo! The pass shake, a beautiful reverse layup over Molnar. Impressive display of finesse from PG1 for Tulane, and he's on the board for the first time today.
Yeah, and this is a guy, the Georgetown transfer, who Ron Hunter has talked about. He could be the best point guard he's ever coached. He's that good.
Anderson a three. Money. And right.
Hey, and do not sleep on mid-major basketball.
No, don't. Please do not.
Do not do it. I know the high majors get a lot of attention, but mid-major basketball is fantastic basketball, and we're seeing that tonight. Maybe it's not the offensive explosion we saw last year in this matchup.
Oh,
but
my
we
goodness.
can see Nick Anderson.
2 of 2 at the charity stripe, and things are starting to get tight here at the well with just over 2 minutes remaining. 5-point game. It's a horn set for the Paladins. Smith flashes open off the Bowser screen, looking for Anderson on the curl. Top of the key, three is money. And
A Tom House you get from transferring in from Florida State. This is just something that Bob Ritchie preaches.
Anderson, the steal on the way in. Nick Anderson, his first.
Way more deflections in the first 4 minutes thus far.
Isaiah Walker had 2 of those steals the other night to go along with a career-high 19 points in the Belmont 93-70 win. House, who had a big game himself in the opener, finds Anderson. Great look from out top. And
so much more as a shooter.
Heen again. That one too strong. Another long rebound. Vanderwall was able to keep it alive. And Furman gets 20 seconds back on the shot clock. Seven to shoot. Heen drives, lost it, got it back. Anderson gonna have to force it, and he knocks down just acrobatically underneath. I don't even know how he got that up above the rim.
That was just like the one at the beginning of the game. Twisting, contorting, over the head finish.
Peebles with 13. It's an 8-0 Belmont run.
Yeah, Furman's offense not flowing the same without Anderson and Smith.
Rogers with the near steal. Bowser gets it into the corner, and that is Peebles. Got a good screen from Pierre. Up and under. That one won't go. He's so crafty in the lane.
Little Luka-ish.
Anderson catch and shoot. Bang. No harm, at least at this juncture. And so Furman brings it into the front court.
Going reverse 2 for 1.
Yeah.
I'm a little very surprised.
Very slow into this possession here. Smith into the corner. Anderson going to try another one, and
And he said his team is doing a great job of sharing the ball, and asked him how they can slow down Brody Peebles on defense, and he said Peebles is a great player.